2 hours before kickoff of Sunday, week 2. We already went through Thursday night's matchup between the Chargers and the Chiefs, but we are live and we will be bringing to you start sit-em advice and a whole bunch of other fantasy news to get you right and ready for this coming weekend's matchups. It all goes down next on Hammers.House.
To shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions, for fantasy advice and UFC. Welcome to Hammers.House. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning. For those on the West Coast, wake your asses up. You don't want to miss out. We want to help you get these lineups right and ready for week 2. So before we go any further, let's do a quick roll call. Anthony Estrada, Navy Vet, AC. Bernard, Cool Kev, salute to everybody that's in the chat so far. Y'all know the routine. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your content right here in Hammers.House. Those on the outside looking in today, because we're probably going to have some new people in, you have to hit the subscribe button in order to ask your questions. That's the only way this works. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That doesn't cost you a thing. You guys want to support me and support the channel. The link is pinned to the top for the memberships and the merchandise as well. Let's get right into it. In regards to the injury list, who's expected to play, who's not expected to play. Again, we're about 2 hours, a little under 2 hours away from the first set of games for this Sunday. As of right now, not expected to play for the Bears. Velus Jones, a receiver, he's not expected to play. Brandon Bolden, he's out. It's not a matter of not expected to play. From what I understand, he did tear his hamstring. He tore it. He's gonna be out for weeks. Kenneth, I will be down at Bar A this afternoon. If you want to come on in and pull up, I will be there with the rest of the Raider Nation watching our home opener versus the Arizona Cardinals. Let me get back into it though. Alvin Kamara is not expected to start for the Saints. CJ Uzoma, the tight end for the Jets. Yeah, he used to play for the Giants. Actually, no, he was a Bengal. He is not expected to play. George Kittle, tight end for the Niners, not expected to play. If you have George Kittle, again, he's not expected to play. You better start checking the waiver wire. You better see what tight ends are available if you don't have a solid one as your backup. Now, right now, as of ruled out as of today, we've talked about this throughout the week with the injury reports for the Cardinals and the Raiders. Wide receivers Rondell Moore and Andy Isabella are out today. You will see Marquise Brown and A.J. Green starting for the Cardinals, as DeAndre Hopkins is still serving his 6-game suspension as well. Running back of the Atlanta Falcons, Damian Williams is out. Gus Edwards from the Ravens is out. Michael Gallup from the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, they're both out. Denver's receiver, Kenjay Hanier, he is out. Michael Pittman Jr. is out. If you guys need him, try to get Nyheim Hines, because he's probably going to be utilized heavily today for that matchup between the Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alec Pierce, the receiver from Indy, is out as well. These guys are dropping like flies already, and we're only a week in. Van Jefferson, the receiver from the Rams, is out. Ty Montgomery from New England is out. Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver of the Giants, is out. Zach Wilson is still out with that knee injury. Elijah Mitchell for the Niners is out. Chris Godwin, Tampa Bay Bucks, is out. Dontrell Hilliard is out. Now you have your game time decisions. J.K. Dobbins is a game time decision right now. I'm going straight down the board with game time decisions. Gabriel Davis from the Buffalo Bills. Dude did his thing in week 1 against the Rams. Shi Smith, game time decision. Tight end from the Texans, Brevin Jordan. Cedric Wilson Jr., the receiver from Miami. Pierre Strong, the running back from New England. Dwayne Washington, running back of New Orleans. Traquan Smith, the receiver from New Orleans. Julio Jones in Tampa. Russell Gage and Kyle Phillips are all game time decisions. Expected to play today. You have T. Higgins, DeAndre Swift, who I have in my lineup. Allen Lazard, Jameis Winston, Mark Ingram, Kadarius Toney, Braxton Berrios, Mike Evans, and Leonard Fournette are all expected to play today. Let me go back to the top and make sure I'm not missing anybody that's coming on in. Chad, what is good? Omar Juarez, what's good? Cool Kev, what's good, brother? I don't think I'm missing anybody. Grandizer, what's up? Good morning, and Raider Nation from the West Coast, hitting the like button to support. Good luck today. Just win, baby. There you go. There you go. All right, so that is your injury reports as of right now. Again, we're a little under 2 hours away. That can change. You can see other names pop up. Jose, good morning. You can see other names pop up as well throughout these next 2 hours and even going into the game time decisions of the 4 p.m. Eastern starts, 1 p.m. Eastern starts. I'm Pacific. I'm sorry. King Lizard is my replacement if Gabe Davis can't go. Okay. And guys, again, we are in the month of September. It's Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. Whatever you guys send in the super chat, the memberships, majority of the proceeds are going to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital for observance of Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. Doesn't matter how much it is. Everything counts. You guys matter. You guys know that. So, again, if you guys want to send stuff through the super chats, I'm all here for it. Now, let's go into the weather forecast. And this is going to be a struggle for me today because I do have to drive by MetLife Stadium to get where I'm going this afternoon. So I'm probably going to be stuck in traffic trying to get my ass down to the Jersey Shore, get my Paulie D and my fist pump on. Just joking. But the Panthers and Giants are playing at MetLife. It's supposed to be about 86 degrees come game time. That game's at 1 o'clock. The Steelers are playing at home against the Patriots. Another sunny day, 88 degrees down in the Steel City. Obviously, Bucks and Saints, they're playing in New Orleans, so they're in a dome. There ain't no weather forecast for that. The Jets are playing the Browns in Cleveland at 1 o'clock, 82 degrees. Dolphins and Ravens in Baltimore, 80-degree weather down there. Jacksonville at home against the Colts, 84 degrees. Look, the Colts have not won a game in Jacksonville since about 2017. So if y'all are betting people, your best chance is to probably go with the Jacksonville Jaguars today. But we will talk more about that in regards to our individual fantasy players as we move along today. Washington and Detroit, Ford Field, 90 degrees. Last time I checked, they're in a dome, so I don't think the weather plays a factor in that. Seahawks and Niners in Santa Clara. It will be 59 degrees. Good Lord. Too early for it to be so cold. SoFi Stadium, you got 70-degree weather between the Rams and the Falcons. That should be a pretty good matchup. The Texans and Broncos at Mile High. I don't even think it's called Mile High anymore. Oh, no, it's in Power Field at Mile High. 75 degrees. The Cardinals and Raiders, obviously, we're home. We're in a dome. I don't got to worry about that. Dallas is at home in the dome. Packers and Bears, a Sunday night matchup. It will be 61 degrees come game time in Green Bay tonight. And then Monday, I don't think we really need to go to the weather, but it is what it is. Bills are home against the Titans. It's scheduled to be 64 degrees. Not too bad up in Buffalo on a Monday night. And then there's a double header, which is confusing as hell because you have one on ESPN, the other's on ABC, the Vikings and the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. It will be 75 degrees in Philly come game time. All right. I feel like people have already started to ask questions and I've missed them. So I'm going to try to backtrack a little bit. Zeke or Hawkinson in the Ooh. This is a tough one, but it kind of isn't. We know what Hawkinson is capable of doing, what he's done for Detroit. But at the same time, I've said it before, when it comes to your flex, you want somebody that's going to be able to get a lot of touches and make things happen. Now, I've talked about Zeke. I've been concerned about Zeke going into this year, especially after what we saw with Pollard last year and how his stock just rose tremendously. But we're going to look at this, and I'm going to give you guys some more insight on this momentarily, if this thing wants to actually cooperate with me. Give me one sec. Here we go. Zeke and Hawkinson. Yep, not even up for debate. Like I said, you're going to have a guy that gets a shit ton of touches, a lot more than what TJ Hawkinson is going to get. Definitely want to go, especially with this matchup against Cincy. Cincy was in for a dogfight last week in week 1 versus the Steelers. Missed field goal in overtime. Both teams missed a field goal in overtime, and then the Steelers finally capitalized and won. There's a lot of questions right now in regards to Cincy, as they were in the Super Bowl this past last season versus the Rams. But there's a lot of question marks up there for them right now, regardless of what they did last year. Zeke, I think he could have a pretty good game. Projection points right now. Where the hell is it? I just saw it like a second ago. My eyes are a little jacked up right now too. Actually, it's not really giving like a legit consensus on what they're projecting him to have today. His projection average is 10.8, so you're probably looking at something a little higher than that, which, like I said, somebody that's going to get a lot more touches over a tight end in Hawkinson, your best bet is to definitely go with Ezekiel Elliott. Damian Harris or Burkhead. Bill Gates, shout out to you. I'll try to highlight you guys when you ask these questions too, because I don't want to feel like you guys are being left out. And those that are left out or on the outside looking in, if you want your fantasy questions answered today, hit that subscribe button right now. That doesn't cost you a damn thing. I don't know why this is acting out. Damian Harris or Burkhead, you said. Damian Harris. The matchup rating is a hell of a lot higher against Pittsburgh. The projection today is about 10.8. A lot of different things are playing. Like the average points are slightly higher. Red zone efficiency is definitely a lot higher. Your best bet is to definitely go with Damian Harris today. What a horrific Sunday night game. Oh, damn. Amari Cooper, Alan Lazard. Ooh, damn. You got wow. That's let's check this. Flex.
No flex zone. No flex zone. They know better.
Just fucking with y'all. And you said Robbie Anderson. Wow. And this is for your flex. Amari Cooper. They're going against the Jets. And there's not much to say about that, man. Brissett is slated to do some things. He's going to have this team at a over 500 winning record over the next. How did I just censor myself? There must be some type of buzzword. Over the next few weeks, at least 11. Well, he's got 9 more weeks to go right now. Brissett has to step up tremendously. Amari Cooper did get traded to the Browns. I think Brissett could be that answer for the time being. A lot of people have said otherwise. There was a report out there the other day. Maybe the Browns will trade for a backup, $134 million quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo, which would make absolutely no sense. But Yeah, definitely with these matchups, especially in regards to the receiving touchdowns allowed by the Jets, they already gave up 3, and that's the most compared to these 3. Robbie Anderson, I don't know. I still don't know if I really trust Baker Mayfield right now, starting for Carolina. So it's very much a better option that you go with Amari Cooper today, most definitely. Am I missing anybody right now? Hammer, I commented a question, but no answer. I have Stafford starting. Great move, correct. Rams playing the Falcons. Rodgers and Mac Jones on bench. Wait. This is a whole confusing. You have Stafford starting, okay. Rams playing the Falcons, okay. Falcons actually looked good last week. Rodgers and Mac Jones. Why do you have 3 quarterbacks? That's the first question. Why do you have 3 quarterbacks? And Mac Jones ain't that answer, man. I'm telling you now. You're better off dropping him and figuring something else out. There has to be a need somewhere. Burkhead, I got Damian Pierce, Swift, and Jacobs starting. I have Swift starting in one of my, the only fantasy league that I'm in. Hammer, we need this W for our souls. You're absolutely right. Michael Thomas, a DK, and a full PPR. So a lot of these ones I'm answering are full PPRs. Even the league I'm in is full PPR. So let's do this. Let's clear this. Let's go right into it. Thomas or Metcalf? Look, Geno Smith actually did some really good things, which I'm still trying to get over because I did not expect him to do what he did against the Broncos, where the Broncos were supposed to be such a really a good defense, and I had the Broncos defense and I fucking lost as a result of that. This is kind of a middle of the road toss up, but it kind of isn't. It's more leading towards DK Metcalf with his matchup against San Francisco. San Francisco played in some shit weather against Chicago last weekend, and the Bears surprisingly won. Looking at the fantasy projections, it might be the matchup rating is heavily favoring DK Metcalf over Michael Thomas, who's going against the Tampa Bay Bucks today. Go with Metcalf. He should definitely be able to show up and show out. Geno Smith does anything that remotely close to what he did last Monday night, then you're going to be golden. Yeah, Sauce fucking did his thing last week. I think his PFF grade was very, very high as well. I like Coop against the Jets, but Brissett is still... Yeah, Brissett is somewhat of a question. But look, he was a serviceable backup. He is a serviceable backup. He was a guy that I wanted with the Raiders as our backup quarterback, realistically. What regulations? What happened now? Put respect on Mariota's name. Look, like I said, they did a really good job last week. And shout out to Jose Toscano on the 199. Should I start Albert O or Ertz? So I have Ertz on my bench right now because I forgot who my starting... I have Mark Andrews as my starting tight end, right? But Ertz has been dealing with this hankering calf injury. He played last week, 2 receptions, 14 yards, and a touchdown. I was kind of up in the air about him even going into this weekend. I still think that I'm sticking with Andrews, but let's see what we could do. And how the Raiders did in regards to kind of slowing down the pass game a little bit in the second half. Like, we gave up 17 points in the first half, granted, but they started to hold their own towards the tail end. Zach Ertz, the matchup rating is in favor of Alberto, especially when it comes to the receptions allowed and receiving yards allowed by Denver. By Houston. The season total, though, it's in heavily favored on the end of Zach Ertz. And again, they have Marquise Brown, they have AJ Green, they have James Conner in the backfield. Zach Ertz will be that weapon if it presents itself, as a red zone and a goal line threat for the Arizona Cardinals today. So your best bet is to definitely go with Zach Ertz. Salute D Menace, Geno No Sloucho. I don't know why people hate on him. All right, so we the people, we're going to have this conversation. We're going to have this conversation real quick. You guys know I'm from the East Coast. So I hear a lot of sports talk when it comes to the New York sports primarily. With Geno Smith, I watched that draft. Geno Smith was drafted in the 3rd round and sulked like a little bitch. He wanted to get up and walk out of the green room before he was even picked. Then he got into it with one of his teammates, a defensive player, IK Impali. He owed the dude money, didn't want to give him the money. IK Impali broke his jaw. Like, dude was dealt the hand that he caused the problems for himself. Now he's in Seattle. He's doing things, good for him, but this is why he gets a bad rap, because he acts like a crybaby, and that seems to be the narrative throughout his career. So it is what it is. Did I see? I thought I saw Wasted's name in here just now. I was like, wait a sec, what? I got Adams at receiver 1, need receiver 2 and flex, Renfro, Higgins. Oh shit. So you need 2. All right, let's go this process of elimination real quick. And this is for, I'm going to put it in the receivers first. Pause. That sounded so bad. Renfro, all right, hold on. Like I did say before, Higgins is expected to play today. So he was a guy I had last year, and he was doing his thing. So we shall see. Hold on. Higgins and Landry. I might have to go with Landry because he may end up being that safety blanket for Jameis Winston, especially from last weekend. But let's take a look. T. Higgins is the first one. You need one more, though. So I'm going to go, like I said, process of elimination. T. Higgins is one you're going to want to have in. And Hunter Renfro. There you go. Fournette, Jacobs, Singletary, who are my 2 starters? Damn, you guys are flooding in with this. Calm down, y'all. Fournette, Jacobs, Singletary, and A.J. Dillon, who were my 2 starters? All right, so let's do this. Another process of elimination. Running backs. This shit, you guys are really on top of things today. And I do think that Jacobs is going to be a guy that's going to have a solid game. Like I said before, Fournette is expected to play for Tampa today. Let me get the rest of these names in here. Again, it's hard to fucking stay on top of every single question right now. I'm trying to do my best right now for you guys, so just bear with me. And if I don't get to your questions, I apologize. So you said you needed 2. Let me highlight this. Oh, you are highlighted. I'm sorry. All right, so process of elimination. Fournette is the number 1 that you're going to want to start. The projection average, what he's projected to have today, he definitely could be a guy he's going to be one of the 2. So let's eliminate him from this. A.J. Dillon is the next. They're going against the Chicago Bears. The Packers are going against the Chicago Bears tonight. And he's already averaging 15.1 fantasy points, and this is in PPR leagues. He definitely could be a guy that you're going to want to start tonight, especially you have a later game, depending on what your team is looking like going late into the night or even into Monday. That's going to be a guy you're definitely going to want to have on your board. So definitely go with those 2 guys. Fournette and A.J. Dillon, most definitely. Let's clear the board again. All right, that's cleared. All right, not too sure, Hammer, but YouTube be censoring a lot of comments. I don't know. I don't have any buzzwords. I somehow got censored just now. I didn't even hit a button for it. Renfro should have a decent game today, fantasy-wise. I can see him scoring a touchdown today. I hope so. Again, we really need to focus more on the running game. You got to feed Jacobs the ball. You got to feed Abdullah the ball. Zeus White, if he's going to be utilized at all this weekend. He did ball in college. He absolutely balled in college. I watched him while he played at West Virginia. I get it. Geno just beat a team that's being coached by a coach that had Aaron Rodgers. All right. Let me not. Javonte Williams, Cortland Sutton, DJ Moore. I need one for a receiver spot and one for a flex. All right, give me 1 second. Did I highlight it? Yeah, I got you. Wait, did you mean Giovanni? Not Javante. Giovanni? Hold on. I could be wrong. That could be on me. Yeah, Javonte Williams. I'm sorry. Javonte Williams, Sutton. You got a lot of guys from Denver. What would you do? Bolster your team with a whole bunch of Broncos? You need one for a receiver spot and one for a flex. All right, so Javonte Williams is it. Again, and I keep saying this, so like you want to have more times than none, a solid running back that you know is going to get the touches at your flex position. Somebody that's consistent, because that's the only way you're going to get those numbers in the flex spot. So definitely go with Javonte Williams in your flex. And then the receivers aspect of it, Cortland Sutton with his matchup against Houston. Houston, again, gave up 352 yards last week. Definitely go with Cortland Sutton. I'm still questioning Carolina's offense with Baker Mayfield at the helm, y'all. You have to take that into consideration right now. Thanks, Hammer. Those two are the ones I picked too. Just didn't know about starting Adams and Renfro together. I got you. It could actually happen, so believe it or not. And I didn't even remotely have the Giants. I think I had the Giants either third or last in their division. We'll see. I got Melvin Gordon, Jerry Jeudy in there. God damn, what is up with y'all? Y'all are using the donkeys like that? I took their defense, granted, but shit. I'm starting Jeudy and okay. I have Denver's defense. This just in, Carr is in the Death Star, 4 touchdowns today for Carr. There you go. So I will talk about the rankings in regards to this week, and I will still continue to take your questions as well. But in regards to the rankings for the quarterback position going into today, especially after the Thursday night matchup, Justin Herbert's stock dropped. He was ranked 3rd. He is now 4th, and he does have a rib injury that he sustained in that 27-24 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. So the top 10 now is Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Joe Burrow, Derek Carr at number 9, and Matthew Stafford. Look, Derek Carr can definitely have a bounce-back game. He needs to have this bounce-back game. The Raiders need to get this win today. But you now have him. He has moved up because going into week 1, he was ranked like 15th. And people were going batshit on me about it. Oh, I can't believe that. Like, come on, man. Rob is in the building. Salute, brother. My son Prez is in the building. I got you, Rob. Give me 1 second. Let's get this up. Pause. So you got, did I highlight you? You got Ayuk, Devontae Smith, or Duvernay. Duvernay is another guy that is really, really sneaky right now. Brandon Ayuk. That's not my answer. I really am not trusting. Not that I'm not trusting, but I already think that Jalen Hurts has his weapon in A.J. Brown, that it's going to be very, very hard to really go back and forth between these dudes on a week-by-week basis, especially after what we saw out of them together last week. But right now, you got Brandon Ayuk. You're going to go with Brandon Ayuk against the Seattle defense that looked like straight dog shit. They gave up 340 passing yards and 29 receptions allowed last week versus the Denver Broncos. You're definitely going to want to go with Brandon Ayuk today. Most definitely. Good luck. Happy hunting. Is Cordell Patterson going to do his thing this week at the Rams? If not, Miles Sanders or Melvin Ingram. GA, you're killing me because, I told you what I felt. A lot of experts felt the same way, and we all had egg on our face when that game ended. Cordell Patterson went off. He definitely had a solid game for the Falcons last weekend. I'm still trying to get over that. It is what it is. Cordell Patterson, Miles Sanders, another one that I'm not very fond of. I haven't been fond of him from the time he's coming to the league. And you said Melvin Ingram. I think Ingram is... I got to look at that report again, but I think he's... Miles Sanders, is it? Miles Sanders and then Cordell Patterson. This goes by the defenses that they have played against or defenses that they're expecting to be going against. Yeah. Their matchup against Minnesota for the Eagles, Minnesota gave up 111 yards in rushing last week on 18 rushing attempts. The Rams gave up 121 on 25 rushing attempts, and you also have to take into consideration that was Josh Allen as well that was part of the rushing. So, yeah, your best bet is to definitely go with Miles Sanders. If you guys want to call in, if you guys want to come in, or call in rather, I will put the link up. Give me one sec. Boop. There we go. Google Meets is up. This is what the app looks like if you guys don't have it yet. So download that app off of the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. It's free. Use the email. It's coming across the screen right now, hammershouse3@gmail.com, and get your questions answered. Those that are on the outside looking in right now, if you want to get your questions answered, you have to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and smash the bell. We need a 50 burger today. I would love to see that. I said this the other day. I said this Friday night during the live. So 5 years ago around this time, I was in Oakland for the Raiders home opener versus the New York Jets. Marshawn Lynch's home debut in the silver and black. We stomped a mud hole in the Jets. Marshawn Lynch is dancing on the sideline in the fourth quarter, getting us all hyped. One of the best moments I've ever been a part of. That shit was fucking fire. I think we come home today, our home opener, and we kick the dog shit out of the Arizona Cardinals. We clipping some wings today, y'all. Should I keep Gabe Davis in my lineup? Gabe Davis right now, I think, is a game time decision. Let me check again. Where we at? Gabe Davis. I saw it before. He's a game time decision, so you're gonna have to wait. We're about an hour and a half away from kickoff for the 1 o'clock games. You're gonna have to really keep an eye on this right now. He played 98% of the snaps last week against the Rams. He could have a solid game, but as of right now, their game is actually Monday night. He's questionable at the moment. It's really your call ultimately if you think that he's the guy that you need. And Julio Jones is out. They said that he was, where did I last see it? Julio Jones was a game time decision, so now he has been ruled out for this matchup today. But again, we've talked about this time and time again. A lot of people were, the Raiders should get Julio Jones. No, the fuck we should not, because the dude can't stay healthy if his life depends on. Everybody, he's elite. He's this, he's that. No, he's not. He can't stay healthy. Like, you're never available, bro. Sinister, what's good? We haven't heard any updates. At least I've been live and I haven't heard any updates. How did everything go? Boy, girl, what do we got? Should I start Fournette's backup in my flex? Wait, should I start White Fournette's back? That's questionable. You might want to, because Fournette might be limited in regards to his carries today. Thought you were going to start doing StreamYard again. Only 30 seconds to a minute maximum. I might do it at some point, Anthony. At some point I might, but the new rule might also be if I decide to do those again, you're going to have to be a member in order to pull up to the lives. That's it. Mariners are better than the Mets. You're bugging, K-Town. Congratulations, Sinister. Should I start Curtis Samuel or Allen Robinson? Hold on, son. See, my son is asking fantasy questions. I love it. Let's clean this up. Is that Curtis Samuel or Allen Robinson? Yeah, I think I have Allen Robinson, and I might actually have to drop him, actually. Allen Robinson. So, in regards to the receiving yards that the Falcons gave up last week, they gave up 269 on 23 receptions and allowed 2 touchdowns. You could see a good day for Allen Robinson. Again, Van Jefferson is out as well. So he could definitely be a heavily favored target if Kupp is being shut down. Most definitely. Appreciate you, son, for asking your question. Shout out to Freddie Chavez on the $3 super chat. Much love, bro. Raider Nation for life. You already know what it is. Officially inactive, Alvin Kamara, Julio Jones, J.K. Dobbins. Man, Baltimore can never catch a break, I'll tell you right now. Full PPR pick, 2 at Flex Hammer. Elijah Moore, Cordell Patterson, Curtis Samuel. Shit. This is a good one. I like this one. That's a nice one. That's a fire one. I'll leave it at that. Let's change this up. Flex. What did I do? Oh, that's why. You said Elijah Moore. And that's the receiver for the Jets. I don't know how I feel about this one already. Just because. Again, why is it censoring me? Censor. What, I say it and it pops up now? The fuck? Yeah, I digress. I'm sorry. I think somebody's playing around with me. Pause. Cordell Patterson. And this is your flex. Again, a lot of people have asked, if you got a running back and you're asking on a debate between a running back and a receiver or a running back and a tight end at your flex position, know who's going to have the ball, know who's going to have the touches the most, you're going to go with Cordell Patterson. Jacobs is going for $1+. Put him in my flex over Waddle. There you go. There you go. Right there. Officially active. Yep, I got Swift starting, so I'm good, man. Kyle, appreciate you. Officially active. Swift, Evans, Fournette, Winston, Gage. I definitely am going to use Swift again. I'm not saying that. I don't know. Somehow it keeps censoring me. I'm about to give wasted the Evan business today in fantasy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I feel bad that I'm not in that, but life happens, I guess. Alexis, Censor Hammer. Yeah, don't do that. Allen Robinson, Hunter Renfrow, or Gibson at the flat. Gibson. Of course, Roasted. I got you. Teen, what's good? Guys, if you want to call in, if Kamara is out, do I start Ingram, New Orleans? Isn't Ingram like a question mark as well? I know I saw his name on the list. Kamara is expected to be out, so go with Ingram. And Ingram, he's expected to play, but yeah, Kamara is not expected to play today, so definitely go with Ingram. That offense looked pretty damn solid last week, even with Taysom Hill. Like, I don't know if they have him back as a quarterback or a tight end when it comes to fantasy, but Taysom Hill is another one, man. Jesus Christ. James, appreciate you, bro. I got Pierce from the Texans. Drake Starks as well. I'm not, you know what? A lot of people are not trusting Kenyon Drake right now. A lot of people are not considering Kenyon Drake. So apparently they're not coming down with a suspension until next season. We all thought the same thing. He never went to trial over this whole incident that happened during the Pro Bowl last year. So as of right now, he is eligible to play. He's injured right now, but apparently they probably will not come down with some type of suspension or anything until next season. Until fantasy is done, Kamara's free. Ha! What's up with our Raiders? We're going to win today, Jorge. We going to just win, baby. Again, guys, I think it is going across the screen. If you guys want to call in via the Google Duo app, or Google Meets, ask your questions, feel free to do it. Those on the outside that want to get their fantasy questions answered, YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit that thing right there. Pause. Hit the subscribe button so you could ask your fantasy questions. We can get you right and ready. I haven't even really looked at my lineup too much. I know Thursday night I had Mike Williams start. Thank goodness. He put up some serious fucking points for me. I need to actually sit and look at the rest of my lineup. Actually, I'll do it right now while we're here. So my matchup today, and I'm already down. I'm getting all these alerts now because I don't have the sound on. So right now I'm down 42.86. That's the score of the person beating me to 25.30, and that was Mike Williams that got me those points. My opponent had Herbert and Austin Eckler. Go fucking figure. But I got Jalen Hurts today. I got Devontae Adams. I got Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift, Mark Andrews, James Conner, Matt Gay, and Denver's defense. The bench, I have Deontay Johnson, Allen Robinson, Chase Edmonds, Darnell Mooney, Trey Lance, Zach Ertz. I think I'm scheduled in for a win. You have Taylor for the flex. That's going to be good. Nate Hobbs is Mike Williams. Oh, shit. I'm trying to make some money on DraftKings Sportsbook today. Look, I thought about it, but I don't think I'm going to give it another few weeks before I do some parlays. How many teams is the league? 8. And I got fucked a couple of times with the quarterbacks I wanted to choose. The quarterbacks were drafted just before my pick. Each time for like 3 or 4 straight rounds. I got so pissed off. Raiders shutting down Connor. So, that was a conversation that I'm going to ask you guys because my lineups, or not my lineups, but I know what our defense did last week. We held another team that can run under 100 yards. So how do I fix this right now? Because Connor has a nose for touchdowns, but no, he absolutely does. He's a great guy. He's a great weapon for them in the red zone and in goal line situations. But who do I have that I can switch him with right now? And what is he slated to get? He's slated to score 15 points. I could put Deontay Johnson in. I could put Chase Edmonds versus Baltimore. Schultz is questionable. Who's their starting quarterback right now? I heard they signed Uncle Rico the other day. Merrick, homie, just wanted to step in as... I said Merrick, I'm sorry. Ricardo, what's good, brother? Yeah, he's a red zone demon. So do I keep him in my lineup today or do I switch and go with somebody else? So all right, so I'm asking you guys a fantasy question right now as I sit here and we're talking about my lineup. Fuck, this is tough. Do I start Chase Edmonds? He's going against Baltimore. And this is for a flex spot. I could put Allen Robinson in. I could put Deontay Johnson in that spot. What would you guys do now? Now I'm asking you guys a question. I just traded Kamara for A.J. Brown and Aaron Jones. Damn. Sinister, congrats. I'll baptize a child. You're a jackass. You're such a jackass, Prez. Deontay Johnson, right? All right, so you know what's funny? I think I actually had autopilot on anyways for like week to week just in case I forget. I don't even know who this is. Somebody from whatever. I'm leaving it alone. Christian Kirk or Chase Edmonds is a flex. Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds. Rosa, what's good? Salute, salute, salute. Guys, if you want to call in, now's the time to ask your question. The email's going across the screen right now. Hammers.House3@gmail.com. Use the Google Meets app. There it is again on the screen for y'all. That's a free app. Download it, put in my email, hammershouse3@gmail.com, and call on in and ask your questions if you have any. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna go to the experts on this. Not saying that you guys aren't. I appreciate your guys' assistance. I'm gonna put 4 names in for the flex, and I'm gonna see what we get. Flex position. Connor. I don't know why my keyboard is like acting so stupid today. And I said Chase Edmond, right? Let's see. Consensus down the board still has it as James Conner. I'm gonna leave him alone. It is what it is. I'm gonna leave him alone. Christian Kirk or Chase Edmonds as a flex. I already answered that. I'm sorry, Lucas. Definitely Edmonds. You want a running back primarily in your flex position. Like, it gives you a leg up over most of the receivers that you know aren't heavily targeted receivers. Should I start Kyler or Rodgers today as my QB? I would probably say Rodgers, but let's look. And Sinister, really? You're asking about a quarterback that's starting against us today. Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. All right, let's take a look. Kyler Murray, actually. Just because of what we gave up last week, the touchdowns that we gave up last week, the totals and projections for this week for him, Kyler Murray is going to be the guy you're going to want to start today. What do you think about Amik and Palomalo? I think Amik is going to get the looks at the slot corner position this week, and I hope he steps up tremendously. We shall see. Curtis Samuel or Landry in the flex. Hold on. Like I said, Jarvis Landry could be a serviceable weapon and a safety blanket for Jameis Winston and the Saints. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today. I had you guys. Wait, is it Curtis? Yeah, Curtis Samuel. I almost went to click on Debo. Jarvis Landry, 52-48 in favor of Jarvis Landry. The matchup plays a huge part in this in regards to what each defense gave up last week. And the projected points, he slightly edges out Curtis Samuel with what he's projected to get today, which is 11.4 to Curtis Samuel's 11.2. Go with Jarvis Landry. It's not. Hold on. Yeah, because I didn't have it clicked. I got you. I'm calling you back right now, bro. G8. Yo.
Yo, what's up, Hammer?
What's up, brother?
Oh, not a whole lot. I'm just trying to get my kids and get back to the house before kickoff of the early game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the whole Cordell Patterson thing last week kind of blew my mind. You know, I picked him. I drafted him late because I knew that Mariota was going to have to rely on Brian Edwards and was going to get let down.
Right. Shout out to Kobe Lake Show. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Welcome to the Vault. Welcome to the official, the original, the only house. Welcome to Hammers House. Those, again, on the outside looking in, if you want to ask your fantasy questions and get your lineups right and ready for today, you have to hit that subscribe button. So thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Go ahead, GA.
No, that's good. I just was I know Patterson, you know, will have amazing days against weaker defenses, but I was just like, so I started today against the Rams. I don't think he's going to do anything against the Rams. They got a pretty good defense, but so I just figured I'd see what your thoughts were.
It's such a toss up, bro. Especially like I said with Patterson, like everybody, including myself, was stunned as shit to see what he did last week, and maybe people are sleeping on the Atlanta Falcons right now.
I benched Edwards-Helaire again this week, thinking the Chargers defense was going to stop the run, and he's got sitting on my bench with 16 points.
Right. It's tough, man. Especially again, we're only a week in, so we really don't know what to expect from a lot of these guys. You have the regulars or the top tiers that like normally, even if you look through articles and stuff, the top tier guys,
your first, second, third round draft picks,
and you'll never see those guys mentioned in a start sit question, like on their websites and stuff. So it's
right.
You're breaking up, bro.
I promise. I should bench Devontae. I promise.
Don't bench him.
Never. But I'm saying I'm thinking we win by 3 touchdowns today.
I think I had my prediction as like 35-14 or 35-17. So look, we're getting this win. We just need to ground and pound, and then we can open up the playbook, play action, screens, deep routes.
Right.
They have a lot of guys that are out. I believe Justin Pugh, their lineman, I think right now is still questionable. Their 2 other receivers are out in Rondell Moore and Isabelli. I think we should be fine, man. I think we should be perfectly fine.
I do too. But see, the thing is, if you don't commit to the run early, then you can't do play action later because you've got to commit to the run early.
Yeah.
Or the play action doesn't work, you know? So,
Absolutely.
but I think we get 2 or 3 in the air and 2 on the ground.
I'm here for it. I'm hoping Jacobs actually like really does his thing today. I'm like excited to see what he can do. Like we have to rush for over 100 yards. Defensive side of the ball, we need to continue to do what we've done for the last at least 7 games. We have to stop their run, and we did that again. We held another team under 100 yards.
If they just let Abrams spy Kyler,
yeah,
maybe like a delayed blitz, keep him in the pocket where he can't see over the offensive line, he can't see his receivers.
Right. Let him blitz. Let Hobbs blitz. Both of them blitzed last week, and their blitzes were fucking solid. So let both of them do that shit. Let these guys eat today. But they gotta shut down Murray, and it's gonna start with us controlling the clock and having possession of the ball more times than Arizona today. Most definitely.
I'll tell you this: if they do let Abrams spy Murray and he decides to run, he better remember to slide, or he's not gonna forget that hit.
That's a fact. He's not
gonna forget that hit.
All
right, I'll let you go, man.
Always a pleasure, bro.
Raider Nation. Home victory today. Let's go, Raiders.
Let's go, brother. I will talk to you later. Thanks for calling.
All right, peace.
Later. Teen, I have Ertz on my bench right now because I have Mark Andrews. He is a sleeper pick because, again, these guys are missing missing 3 receivers technically right now in Arizona. You're missing Hopkins with the suspension. You're missing Isabella. You're missing Rondell Moore. Granted, you got Marquise Brown. You got AJ Green. I call that the Crayola package. But Ertz is another guy. Again, last week, 2 receptions, 2 receptions, 14 yards, 1 touchdown. He's still got some solid points. But I'm keeping him on my bench right now. I think Steven Richards is out here. Yeah, probably. What are your thoughts on Breece Hall having starting in 2 of my leagues? Look, I've been high on Breece Hall. Breece Hall is a guy that everybody's saying he could be a really solid fantasy running back this year. Against a defense in... Who are they playing again? Like that quickly, I forgot because I'm all over the place. The Jets are playing the Browns. The Browns front 7 is still a problem. I don't know if it's kind of a 50-50 situation starting them. We're starting Breece against a defense like that. So, take your shot and see what the hell happens realistically. If anybody else tries to call in, at least like send a message before you call in because I'm clicking a whole bunch of other things. Drake London or James Robinson. Drake London, he's already Drake London is gonna be that dude for the Atlanta Falcons. Let's take a look at this real quick. Drake London. James Robinson. But this has to be at a flex, though. It has to be at a flex. James Robinson, man. I feel like I'm gonna start beating my head against the wall soon. If it's a flex, go with a running back. Because that running back is gonna be the one that gets the most touches. Yeah. James Robinson, most definitely. We've actually been on for almost an hour already. I did not realize that. So we're going on 12 o'clock. We're almost an hour away from kickoff to start the early Sunday matchups. We're obviously on at 4 Eastern Time, 1 Pacific. Again, I will be down on the Jersey Shore watching the game with the rest of the Raider Nation at Bar A this afternoon. I might go live for, not here, obviously. I might just do an IG live while I'm in the bar. Tomorrow, we will be doing our recap and reaction Monday. Drake London or Renfro. Shit, that's a good one. Let's see. Drake London. Just by the matchup, just by things that were allowed last week, is favored and heavily favored for Drake London right now. It's crazy, but yeah, you're gonna go with Drake London. So yeah, tomorrow we will be doing our reaction Monday, probably in the afternoon once I get home from work. But like I said, I'll probably go on IG live while I am at Bar A. So, and if those are down on the shore, if y'all are around, pull on up. Come to the back bar, watch a game. They got one specific area designated for the Black Hole, the new South Jersey chapter. There's an outside bar behind that's Steelers. It's a shitload of things going on, but it's dope. And if you guys are in that area, definitely pull on up. We should definitely have a good time today. Appreciate you, Bobby V. I actually got this in Vegas when I was there for the draft. But again, we've been on for an hour. I think I've answered a whole bunch of your questions. I did want to talk about the waiver wire in regards to your stashes for this week and beyond, probably, if you need these spots. Quarterback, you guys are going to be like, what? Carson Wentz. He threw for 4 touchdowns last week. It was the first time since week 14 of 2017 that he has done so. He totaled 27.7 points. He finished as QB3, and the next couple of matchups, he has the Lions, Eagles, and Cowboys. You got Terry McLaurin, you got Jahan Dodson, you have Curtis Samuel. All of them have great potential at the receiver position for him. If you guys are in need of a quarterback that you can stash right now, Carson Wentz could be that guy. He is rostered in 48% of fantasy leagues. If he's available, get him. Wide receiver, Jahan Dodson. Dude came into his own last week. He was out there for 88% of the snaps. And again, you got a big matchup this weekend against Detroit. He should definitely be a guy you're going to want to get now, because if you wait until a week from now, it could be a hell of a lot more valuable for him. Robbie Anderson is another guy. Again, I'm still questioning what the identity of the Carolina Panthers offense is going to be. I kind of am on the fence with him. Jarvis Landry, we talked about him. We talked about what he did. He had 18.40 points last week in PPR. I said it before, if Jameis Winston latches on to Landry and Landry is that safety net, then Landry's going to be a guy you're going to want as your receiver 3 or a flex play. As a lot of other teams are starting to approach the buys, Landry's going to be a guy you're going to want. The running backs, Khalil Herbert, another guy, week 1. He had more rushing attempts than David Montgomery did. I think that he's a guy that you want to stash away down the road. Rex Burkhead is another guy. Tight ends, Green Bay's Robert Tonyan. If you are in need of a tight end, that's going to be another guy. It's a safety blanket for Aaron Rodgers moving forward this year. Hayden Hurst, T. Higgins, they said that he could potentially miss today's game. I'm talking about T. Higgins with the concussion side effects. If that was the case, you might want to pick up Hayden Hurst because Hayden Hurst can be the next best thing for Cincy besides Jamar Chase. So definitely something you want to consider. Defenses to stash, if you possibly can, the Eagles and the Cowboys. Look, the Cowboys are out with Dak Prescott for the next few weeks. Guess what? That doesn't mean a thing when you have tough matchup. Like, you had a tough matchup against the Bengals. That doesn't mean anything when you have the Giants and the Commanders up next as well. The Cowboys D could be a defense. They have multiple playmakers, including Micah Parsons, that you could have stashed away for the near future. The Eagles, they did their thing last week against Detroit, kept them way down for a majority of the game. They have Minnesota this week, and then they have the Commanders, the Jaguars, the Cardinals, and the Cowboys. Look, another defense you most definitely want to stash. The Eagles are rostered in 34% of the leagues. The Cowboys are rostered in 45% of the leagues. Those are going to be some defenses you might want to stash away. Let me get back to it, though. Where are we at? I keep losing this fucking thing. Here we go. These are going to be the last two that I answer, and that's Van City and NorCal. Let me get Van City first. Landry Locket. Damn. This is gonna be a very good one. I want to see what this says. Locket, 66-34 in favor of Locket. The matchup against, so Locket is going against San Francisco. Landry's going against Tampa Bay. We know what Tampa Bay's defense is about. Locket is definitely going to have a game way better than he did last week. He definitely should. His past performance is high. His red zone opportunities isn't there yet because he really was kind of MIA. But Tyler Lockett should definitely have a bounce back week this coming week against San Francisco. But a lot of people are also questioning New Orleans. New Orleans seems to have Tom Brady's number since he's been in Tampa. That could be a very, very good matchup, though. I kind of want to swing towards Jarvis Landry. And you know what? I think I'm going to take Landry over Lockett, actually. I'm going against the experts. I think I'm going to take Landry over Lockett. You said Mooney and Shark. Mooney's got a matchup tonight against the Green Bay Packers. Shark has a matchup against Washington. Darnell Mooney seems to be the guy. And I have him on my bench. I still don't think I'm starting him yet. He's probably going to be a guy I use like one of my other star receivers are on a bye. But Mooney, especially last week, they played in shit weather. Things should be different. They're playing, I think it's going to be 64 degrees in Green Bay tonight. Definitely go with Darnell Mooney on that one. I don't know why it keeps censoring it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust something. There's something on the stream deck that I'm going to have to remove entirely. I don't know why it keeps doing it. It's annoying. It is what it is. But anyways, we've been on for over an hour. I'm glad that I can help you guys to the best of my ability. I want to see you guys win. Our Raiders are going to win today, but I definitely want to see you guys get your fantasy teams right and ready. And again, we'll be here every single Sunday morning for at least an hour doing this. Again, those on the outside looking in, if you weren't able to get your questions in, it's because you're not subscribed to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. That doesn't cost you a damn thing. And next week, you can pull on up next Sunday morning, and we will get you guys right and ready for week 3. I am going to get out of here. I got to start getting myself situated as I'm going down to the shore to watch the game with the rest of the Raider Nation. Everybody continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID and monkeypox is around. What is wrong with me this morning? Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation, till I die. Till next time, y'all. We out.